Hi, and welcome to Tutu's Journey. Well, I'm so excited that you all are back with me today. I'm back to tell you a story, not this time about an angel, but shout out to Dave22, new subscriber. I believe he's probably 270 for me. He wanted me to tell the story about when I died. So I thought I was going to upload it some time back, but I'm here now to give you an idea what happened. Okay, this is what happened. First, I need to let you know that at one time I used to be in a wheelchair because I had nerve damage in my legs. And I was in a wheelchair for about 9 months. And y'all, it was hard. I had to learn how to walk all over again. It was really, really tough. To learn how to walk again, your legs feel like you got tons of bricks on them, tied to them, and you got to lift those bricks up in order to take one step on each leg. That's how it feels. So I was going to this doctor, and what he was going to do was give me these long shots in my back so that I'll be able to walk again without the pain. And the first shot I got, I was maybe like a little woozy, but I was good. Okay. So now the following week came, and it was a Thursday. Every Thursday for 3 weeks, he had to do this procedure. So the needle was like, look, you can't even see it. It ain't even, it was so long, I don't even have the space for you to see. Okay. It was this way. It was about like this. It was like an epidural needle, really long. So the second time I went, he did it. I was talking. I remember that. He gave me the shot, and as soon as I sat up, it was like my head just started frying, like my head was in a frying pan. It was burning, it was sizzling, it was hot. And it was all across here. I could feel it. And I just remember going like this, like feeling real out of it. And they put me like in this recovery room, and my husband was in there with me. And I was paralyzed from my neck. I can't even say from my neck down because all I could move was my mouth. I just could move my tongue, but all I could move my mouth. And I'm like, in my head, what is going on? What happened? So now I stayed in this position for about 2 to 3 hours. And when I finally, I guess when the medication that, it had to have been him, because when the medication wore off, I could come back to normal. I start feeling movement in my fingers or having movement in my legs and things of that nature. So, yeah, he did it. He just kept hollering, it wasn't me, you know. So now I'm skeptical. I don't know if I want to go back or not. But this is the thing. After not being able to walk for 9 months, I was able to walk with no pain. So he told me I had to do it one more time. Not sure if I want to do that, but I'm all the way at number 2. I might as well take the third one. And if this is what's going to happen, and then I'll, regain everything, then hey, let's go for it. So this time, I make sure I eat, I make sure I'm good, I just make sure everything is straight, my sugar is straight, and everything is good. So I go take this shot again. Here we go. I think I was talking out of being nervous, just talking, just coming up with anything to talk about because I was scared, I ain't gonna lie. So I remember sitting up again, because I was fine long as I was laying down. I remember sitting up, and there go that frying sensation on top of my head. I was like, oh, this is not good. And I just flopped, They rushed me to this recovery room again. So I'm laying on my back. And this time I open my eyes and I'm looking around. My husband's like, are you okay? You okay? They're pushing me on this stretcher to the in the back area. So I get back there. This is how I look. I'm like this. Look, because I don't feel good. I could just barely move my tongue, and I had a video of it. My husband made me erase it because he couldn't take it. But that's how I looked. So I'm noticing that the nurse made a mistake and knocked my leg off of the table, and my leg just fell. and my brain couldn't tell it to lift back up and puts itself back on the table. It just stayed there, and I was literally trying to get my leg to go back on the table, and it would not move. So the signal was completely blocked. That's how it feels when you can't move a limb. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they literally had to pick it up and put it back on the table. So this is not good. All of a sudden, I guess I felt not dizzy. I just felt tired. I felt like I ran a race and I was just pooped out. So I remember laying back like this. I said, I'm tired. And I like did like that. And all I remember is my head turning to the side. That's it. I don't remember my eyes closing. I don't remember the transition. I don't remember anything. I just remember my head turning to the right. So before you know it, I am literally floating out of my body. I'm laying back on the stretcher in the same position that I was in before I started floating. So I'm on my back floating up in the air. I'm going higher and higher and higher. And I said, so is this the way I'm gonna die? Oh, you gotta be joking. I know this is not. Now, mind you, I can see all around me. I'm not using my eyes though. I can see all around me. It's a spirit. Your spirit is not bound to the boundaries of the world. You know, like you have to use your eyes to see. I could see every single thing around. I saw my husband. I saw the people come rushing in, and I'm still on my back going up in the air. Okay? So now I have to tell you this. I was supposed to be, I'm a seamstress as well, and I was supposed to be making some dresses for the praise dancers at church. And I was still working on it, and I only had like another week to finish them up. And so that was all in my mind. So I'm going up. At that time, you're really not thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna miss my this, I'm gonna miss my that, I'm gonna miss my that. You're not thinking of that because you're alone. So you're more concerned about where you're going at that moment. You know, later on, if there's a later on, I'm sure I will be able to think about, you know, everybody else if possible, if that's the way it worked. But I couldn't think of nobody but where am I going? But let me tell you, while I was floating, this is no lie, I was in so much peace. It was like peace I never felt in my whole life. It was so much peace that my fingers knew it was submerged in peace. Like they knew they were in peace. It was just unbelievable peace. It was as if somebody just threw me in a pool of peace, and I jump in and I get out and I'm soaking wet. You know how water's all over you and you're drenched? That's how the peace was. I was drenched. And I'm floating up higher and higher. And it felt, I said, Lord, forgive me for all my sins. And then I said, wait a minute, Jesus, you know me. That's what you know me. So I'm steady going up. And then I start basking in this peace because it felt so great. I just started like resting in it. It was just unbelievable. Then all of a sudden I go, y'all see this? Look. Okay, the light is flicking. Not saying anything, but it is flicking. Did you see that? Okay. Then it's not a shortage. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going up higher and higher and higher. And I go, after I'm basking in it, I say, wait, I can't go yet. I got to finish making those dresses for the church. And I meant that. I meant that. All of a sudden, it was like this. You see my hand back there? All of a sudden, it looked like this big hand came down like, whoo. That's the sound I'm thinking it'll make. But it came down and it was huge. And it came down and it literally like pushed me down back into my body. Like I jolted like back into my body. Mind you, they weren't doing the heart compressors or nothing. I just jolted like that. Then I remember opening my eyes real slow, and my husband was there crying, boo-hoo, and tears everywhere. He said, if she down me, I'm gonna tear this place up, because he felt like it was the doctors that did it. So I opened my eyes, and I guess I opened my eyes. According to him, I'll tell you so you understand what I'm saying. But the way it felt to me, I opened my eyes and I looked around, and he was boo-hooing, and I said, and he was like, babe, you all right? I said, yeah. Oh my gosh, now I'm just thinking of something, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. When I was floating up, don't forget the way my body was before I started floating. I could not talk. I was paralyzed. I could not move. When I came out of that state of peace and came back into my body, turn your volume down because I'm getting excited. I might get loud. But when I came back down to my body, I was talking again. Oh my gosh, wait till I tell my husband this. See, when you tell the story, you start thinking of things. But I could talk, I could move, I could everything. Oh my goodness, y'all. That is blowing my mind right now. But anyway, let me finish telling you the story. So, wow. I open my eyes and I'm talking, and he goes, "You okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm all right." And then he said, I got a question for you. And he rubbing his eyes, "Your doctor better be glad, because I was going to tear this place up." You know, he just going on and on. So I said, tell me something. What did I look like a couple of minutes ago? He said, "What?" I said, "What did I look like? How? What? Could you see me? What was my face doing? Or what? You know, was I talking? Was I?" He was like, "No, that's why I was crying so hard." He was like, "You was like," he said, "your eyes were open and your mouth was like crooked to the side as if you had a stroke. You were gone. You were gone." And he said, "Yeah, y'all, I don't remember none of that." Of course, because I wasn't there in that shell. The body is just a shell, so I wasn't there. But he said you were gone. Your eyes was like lifeless. Your mouth was open. You like a stroke had happened, and you were gone. So that's what happened, guys. Oh my gosh! But that one little piece that I never thought about was the fact that I was completely back in motion by the time I got back. Wow! 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 Okay, well that's my story. If you have any questions, feel free. If you have anything you want me to comment on, please write a comment. Make sure you like it up, subscribe. I would love to have you as a subscriber, and share my experiences with you. Some are with angels, some are with divine healing. I do have one in particular that was just amazing, divine healing with the doctor. So let me know if you want to hear that. And it is Dave22 is who wanted me to tell this story, and I'm sure a lot of you all did too, but he kind of reminded me. He's a new subscriber, so thank you so much. I'm so glad I'm here to be able to share this with you. Listen, always remember you're never alone, and not so much that you're never alone. Family, friends can be there, but God is always with you. He's always there. And someone may say, why these bad things happening? What's going on? You got to know him. You got to know him. God is a protector. He does love his children, but you definitely have to know him in order for all these benefits to come about. That's the way it is. And I know for a fact that things are going to get better. Things are going to get better for you. So can't wait till the next time. And I don't know who that's for, who's actually looking at this video, but I just really felt led to say that. But love you guys. I'll be back to tell you the story about what I just said, y'all. To tell you, I remember it because I'll write it down. But it's another avenue that I want to tell you that happened. Oh, the divine healing. That's right. Did somebody say that? I heard you. No, not really. All right, guys. Love you much. Bye-bye.